Students, we have seen in the previous chapter that after the downfall of the Delhi Sultanate, India experienced huge political and social disunity. Ibrahim Lodi, the last ruler of the Lodi dynasty, failed to gain the support of Afghan nobles. So, under the leadership of Daulat Khan Lodi, the then Punjab governor, they conspired against him. Finally, Daulat Khan invited Babur, the ruler of Kabul, to invade India and overthrow Ibrahim Lodi. The nobles thought that Babur would return to Central Asia after defeating Ibrahim Lodi. But after experiencing the political and social disunity of the North Indian rulers, Babur decided to stay back in India. He occupied Delhi and Agra. The Afghan nobles became very angry and under the leadership of Rana Sanga, they marched against Babur in AD 1527. And Babur could defeat Rana Sanga in the Battle of Kanwa. In 1528, he defeated the Rajputs at Chanderi. He also defeated the Afghan nobles in the Battle of Gaghara in AD 1529. Gradually, he conquered many near and far away places and became the ruler of Punjab, Delhi, the Ganga Plains and Bengal. Thus, he became the founder of the Mughal Empire in India. He was an accomplished poet and a writer. His autobiography is called Tusiki Babari or Babarnama, in which he has described the physical features, climate, flora, fauna and culture of India. Students, have you got any idea about the Mughal tradition of succession? The Mughals did not believe in the rule of primogeniture. You know what is primogeniture? According to the rule of primogeniture, the eldest son is getting the inheritance of his father's kingdom. Anyway, they followed the Mughal and the Timurid custom of coparcenary inheritance. Coparcenary inheritance means joint heirship, which meant division of the inheritance amongst all the sons. Babur was succeeded by his eldest son Humayun. His other sons were already given a province each. From the beginning of his reign, Humayun faced many problems. His brothers Kamran, Hindal and Askari were dissatisfied with the territories they had been given. Ambitions of Kamran weakened Humayun's cause against Afghan competitors. Bahadur Shah, the ruler of Gujarat, was threatening Delhi. In eastern India, Sher Shah, an ambitious Afghan ruler, had become very powerful and posed a threat to Delhi. The rivalry between Humayun and Sher Shah started in AD 1532. Humayun defeated Sher Shah's army and captured the fort of Chunar. Humayun proceeded to Gujarat to crush the rebellion of Bahadur Shah. While he was occupied with Gujarat, Sher Shah regrouped his forces and defeated Humayun at Chauza in AD 1539. But after 1 year, Sher Shah again defeated Humayun in the Battle of Kanauj in AD 1540. Thereafter, Humayun escaped to Persia, where the Shah of Persia gave him refuge. In AD 1555, Humayun returned to India and regained the territories which he had lost. He died in 1556 in an accident and he was succeeded by his son Akbar. But Sher Shah ruled Delhi from AD 1540 to AD 1545 after the defeat of Humayun in the Battle of Kanauj. Sher Shah was the son of an Afghan Jagirdar. His name was Farid Khan. He was given the title of Sher after he killed a tiger. He conquered a number of Rajput states. He extended his empire from Jhelum in the west to Brahmaputra in the east and from the Himalayas in the north to Malwa in the south. Unfortunately, he ruled for a very short time. He died in AD 1545 and was buried at Sasara. Now we are going to study about Akbar, the greatest of all Mughal emperors. He ruled from AD 1556 to AD 1605. He ascended the throne when he was only 13 years of age. As he was minor, Bairam Khan was appointed as his regent. He was very loyal, courageous and trustworthy. Taking advantage of Akbar's young age, Hemu, the trusted minister of Adil Shah, occupied Agra and marched towards Delhi. Bairam Khan also marched towards Delhi and they met in Panipat on November 5, 1556. In the second battle of Panipat, Bairam Khan defeated Hemu. Bairam Khan, as his regent, Akbar conquered Punjab, Jaunpur, Ajmer and Gwalior. By AD 1560, Akbar was 18 years old and wished to rule independently. In order to establish himself firmly, he decided to expand his territories. For that, he adopted two methods: direct conquest and marriage alliances. Direct conquest means directly going and conquering the nearby and faraway territories. Through the marriage alliances, he used to make religious tolerance. For example, we know Jodha Akbar movie. I hope you all could watch the movie. In that movie, we can see that Akbar is getting married to a Hindu princess. Actually, it was clearly a political alliance. And it was a sign of complete submission of her father to his imperial overlord. Some Rajput chiefs did not accept Akbar's suzerainty. Rana Pratap of Mewar fought a valiant battle to regain the independence of Mewar. Akbar next conquered Ranthambore, Gujarat and Kalinjar. Bengal was annexed by him in AD 1574-76. He conquered Kashmir in the northwest, Kandahar and Kabul and Sindh. In such a way, slowly and gradually, he could bring all territories under him. During his Deccan campaign, he sent his officials to persuade the rulers of Ahmednagar, Bijapur and Golconda to accept him as their ruler, but they refused. Then he waged a war against Chand Bibi, the queen of Ahmednagar. She gave in after a brave resistance and part of Ahmednagar were annexed. In AD 1596, Berar was annexed. In AD 1601, Khandesh was also annexed to his empire. Now his empire stretched from Hindu Kush in the northwest to Brahmaputra in the east and from the Himalayas in the north to Godavari in the south. Last years of his reign witnessed rebellion by his son and successor, Prince Salim. He was later known as Jahangir. Jahangir succeeded to the throne after Akbar's death in AD 1605. When he ascended the throne, he took the title of Nuruddin Jahangir, which means conqueror of the world. He continued the conquering policies of his father. In AD 1613, Jahangir marched against Rana Amar Singh of Mewar and defeated him. He also conquered Kankra, Awadh and Bengal. Then he next turned his attention towards the Deccan, where Malik Ambar had declared himself the ruler of Ahmednagar. He sent his son Prince Khurram to campaign against Malik Ambar. Although Akbar had conquered Kandahar, the Persians attacked it again in AD 1622. Jahangir wanted to send his son Prince Khurram, but he refused. So this enabled the Persians to conquer Kandahar. This was a serious blow to the empire, as much of the trade between India and Central Asia passed through this region. Now let us see Jahangir's relation with the Europeans. When Jahangir ascended to the throne, the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the English had already arrived in India. Initially, Jahangir was liberal with the Portuguese traders and granted them trade concessions. But when they attacked Mughal ships, they were refused permission until they made amendments. It was during his reign, two Englishmen, William Hawkins and Sir Thomas Roe, visited India. William Hawkins remained in India for 3 years, and Thomas Roe, who visited India in 1615, was able to obtain trade concessions for British traders. He also got permission to set up a factory in Surat. They left behind detailed accounts of Jahangir's court and administration. Next, let us see who was Noor Jahan and what was her relationship with Jahangir. She was the daughter of Itmad ud-Dawla, a noble in the court of Akbar. Her old name was Mehrunisa. She was married to Sher Afghan, the governor of Bengal. After his death, Jahangir married her in AD 1611 and made her his chief queen. Then he gave her the title of Noor Jahan. It means light of the world. She could influence Jahangir with her intelligence and creative abilities. So he started consulting her on state matters and administration. He left the entire administration in Noor Jahan's hands. As a mark of honor, Jahangir struck silver coins bearing his own titles on one side and on other side the name of Queen Begum Noor Jahan. He died in AD 1627 and was succeeded by his son Shah Jahan. His real name was Prince Khurram. After ascending the throne, Prince Khurram took the title Shah Jahan, the ruler of the world. Soon he defeated the rulers of Bundelkhand and Deccan. He wanted to bring the 3 states of Ahmednagar, Bijapur and Golconda under his control. Shah Jahan also wanted to conquer the territories in Central Asia. But his northwest policies failed due to the mountainous region and hostile climate conditions. Now let us study his relationship with European traders. The European traders were merely looked upon as traders by the Mughal rulers. They established numerous trading outposts in different parts of the empire. When Shah Jahan came to know that the Portuguese were extracting duty from Indian traders, he attacked and defeated the Portuguese and seized Hooghly. He made them trade on his own terms. In 1657-58, there was a conflict amongst Shah Jahan's sons over succession, and Aurangzeb was victorious and his 3 brothers including Dara Shukho were killed. Shah Jahan was imprisoned. Hence, Aurangzeb became the last great Mughal ruler. Remaining parts of the chapter we will learn on the next day. So you read the chapter thoroughly and try to find out the exercises given in it. Thank you.